We have another trade to announce, and this one is actually pretty significant between the Montreal Canadiens and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Jeff Petry has finally been traded. We'll discuss the details coming up next. So welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. As I mentioned, we have some breaking news, another significant NHL trade to discuss here today. The Montreal Canadiens involved this time, and once again for the second time today, the Pittsburgh Penguins. Of course, I mentioned earlier when the Penguins traded John Marino to the Devils that they were likely going to continue reshaping their blue line. They were probably going to see another defenseman moved out. I did not necessarily expect another big-ticket defenseman coming back, but here's the details of the trade. The Montreal Canadiens trade defenseman Jeff Petry, who's making $6.25 million for another 3 years, as well as young forward and still kind of considered a prospect here, Ryan Poehling, to the Pittsburgh Penguins, in exchange for defenseman Mike Matheson, who's got 4 years at over $4 million on his contract, closer to 5 actually, and then you've got a 2023 fourth round selection in there as well. So Montreal moves Petry, who we know had requested a trade. He wanted to play ideally closer to home in the United States. So he gets his wish. Maybe not. I'm sure he's happy in Pittsburgh. But, I'm not sure if he had a really preferred destination or not. Either way, they get that taken care of. They move his over $6 million off the books. They do take back another defenseman, though, which isn't really all bad. I'm a little bit surprised, though. I thought they might go with a younger blue line this year. They do have a few other veterans around, like David Savard and Joel Edmondson. I thought they might go more young, but they bring back Matheson, who's 6 years younger than Petry, making about $1.5 million less. And he has slightly more term. So I'm a little confused over that. Not quite the ideal player coming back that I thought Montreal would go for. They didn't retain any salary on Petry, which was their goal here all along. And Ryan Poehling, of course, who's kind of, I'm not sure what to expect of him anymore. At one point, he was a pretty highly touted prospect. Played U.S. college hockey, did pretty well there, had a good showing in the World Junior Championships, made a really good impression. His first NHL game he scored was at 3 or 4 goals. Everybody had him doubted as the future sniper, which is like, okay, you got to pump the brakes here. This is one game. And he's had a really hard time living up to the hype since. I mean, he's had a decent showing in the AHL, but I don't know. Is he a long-term NHL player? Is he more of a middle six, bottom six? It's not quite clear yet. But one thing that is clear, in my opinion, is that with all the young players that they've kind of accumulated in Montreal, with all the recent draft picks and other prospects in the system, I'm not really sure that he really fit there anymore. So not shocking that Poehling's involved here in a trade. So, from the Pittsburgh standpoint too, to bring in Jeff Petry, they cleared space earlier by moving Marino after re-signing Crystal Tang. So they still have Brian Dumoulin. They still have Marcus Pettersson. I don't know. I didn't expect Matheson to be the one to go here. I thought Dumoulin would be the guy to go. He's got shorter term left on his contract. Maybe they wouldn't re-sign him. He's a good D, but he's been through a lot. He's got a lot of mileage on him. Had some injuries. I don't know if he's really the same as he used to be, per se. I thought that might be more of a guy that they might be able to flip to another team here to get some cap relief, especially where it's only a year left on his deal. I didn't expect Matheson involved, but obviously Montreal has things they like about Matheson. It's not surprised that we've seen Pittsburgh do another D trade. Not surprised that Montreal traded Jeff Petry or Ryan Poehling. I'm just a little bit surprised that they all kind of went together here in the same deal. A little bit surprising on both sides. So Pittsburgh now, their top 2 right shot defensemen are going to be Crystal Tang and Jeff Petry. Obviously, they're going for more of an offensive output from that back end. Petry can still play, still move the puck. He can still contribute on the offensive side of the game for sure. Could be an option on your second power play now. Obviously, Letang will run power play 1. So I guess, I don't know. You trade the much younger Marino, the much younger Matheson for the older guy Petry. I didn't see that coming. So let me know what you think down in the comments here. Obviously, a pretty significant trade. One, like I said, all players involved. Not shocking that they're moved. But it is shocking, to a degree, at least to my part, that they're moved together. I did see some rumblings earlier about maybe Pittsburgh making room for Petry, and I was like, no, they wouldn't do that, would they? Well, here they go. They did. So let me know your thoughts, and we'll discuss in the comments. Of course, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, stick around, make sure you don't miss anything. We'll keep you up to date with all the latest news and rumors from around the entire league all summer long and into next year and beyond. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.